With just a handful of ingredients, you can transform something as cheap as pork butt into something absolutely delectable. In this video, I'll cut up an 8-pound pork roast that I got for 99 cents a pound. Skip ahead if you're squeamish about raw meat. I'll then braise the majority of the roast with some simple aromatics and dried Guajillo peppers. They're the second most popular dried peppers in Mexico, and they're pretty easy to find. They're only medium spicy, so don't worry about your tongue burning off. In case you were wondering, pork butt is actually from the shoulder area. It has quite a bit of fat on it and a bone running through the center, so you'll have to do a bit of butchering before you cook it. What I got was an 8-pound pork butt with a bone in the center. What you want to do is take it out of the packaging and wipe it down with some paper towels, just to dry it off a bit. Keep an eye on where the bones are so you know which areas to avoid. My plan for a roast this big is to cook it 2 or 3 different ways. Today, I'll be doing the braised pork, but here, I'm cutting off some large pieces on the side for stir fry or fried rice down the line. I'll be freezing those. As you can see, I'm no expert butcher. I'm just cutting off big chunks away from the bone so that I can use them later in little strips. Oh, and while it kind of looks like I have a tablecloth under this, that's more of a drop cloth. I have several lengths that I cut and use for my different videos, so don't worry, this is going in the laundry after this. I ended up cutting off about 2 pounds of meat, leaving the rest to be braised. So let's say in total, this big piece ran me about $6. Season the meat generously on both sides. Here, I'm just using garlic powder and sea salt. Heat up a large Dutch oven or big heavy bottom pot over medium heat and add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil to sear your meat. For your braising liquid, you're just going to need 1 small onion, peeled and cut in half, about 5 crushed garlic cloves, just lightly crushed with the back of your knife, and 3 large dried Guajillo peppers. You can find them in the Mexican aisle with all the spices in bags. A big bag of these cost me $1.99. I'm also adding 1 large bouillon cube. This one's vegetable bouillon. Once you've seared your meat for about 3 minutes on each side, drop in all the other ingredients. You might not have a lot of room, but that's okay. Things will shift around as they simmer. Once everything's tucked in with the meat, go ahead and pour in enough water to submerge the roast. It's okay if the top is poking out. Your final ingredients will be a small can of tomato paste, a touch of cinnamon, and some more of your basic seasonings, including garlic powder, salt, and pepper. Let this simmer on low for about an hour. Cut the pork up into smaller pieces, return it to the pot, and simmer for a total of 3 hours. After the full 3 hours of braising, you'll end up with a beautiful pulled pork. You can eat it just like this, adjusting the seasonings with maybe some more salt or pepper, but it really doesn't need much at all. In total, you'll end up with about 3 to 4 pounds of cooked pulled pork. Not bad for $6. Add a little barbecue sauce for pulled pork sandwiches, eat it just like this over some rice, or make some quesadillas. The possibilities are endless. If you're worried you'll get sick of it, just freeze some to use later. I hope you liked this budget meal. Drop me a line in the comments and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you.